Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So in this video, we'll be discussing how to treat the disease of ingratitude. The first thing is how to treat ingratitude is to counteract that with gratitude, right? With shukr. And the beautiful thing about shukr is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَيَزِيدَنَّكُمْ وَلَإِن كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابَ لَشَدِيدٌ. That if you are grateful, I will certainly give you more. And if you are ungrateful, surely my punishment is severe. So it's very beautiful. When you are grateful to Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase us. It's amazing. And if we're ungrateful, then we risk facing the punishment. So this is something to do, is to develop being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one of the ways to develop that gratitude is to recognize the blessings we have. We have so many blessings that we can't even count. Think about the fact that every heartbeat is a blessing. Every breath is a blessing, and we can't even count it. There's so many blessings. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran, وَإِن تُعَدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. That if you tried to count Allah's blessings, you would never be able to number them. And we have so much blessings. Our eyes, our ears, our tongue, and it just goes on and on. If we just reflect upon the blessings of Allah, we will never be able to count them. And also, very important, if we are ungrateful because we don't have a lot of the dunya, we have to understand one thing, very important principle. If we are given iman, then this is the best blessing, and no other blessing compares. So even if we don't have that much of the dunya, but we have iman, then we should always be grateful. As Ibn Mas'ud used to say, Allah Almighty bestows wealth on those whom He loves and those whom He does not love, but He only gives iman faith to those whom He loves. So when you have iman, this is a sign that Allah loves you. And if Allah loves you, what other blessing can you ask for? Also, there's a very beautiful hadith and dua that the Prophet ﷺ told Mu'adh ibn Jabal. That he told Mu'adh ibn Jabal, "O Mu'adh, I swear by Allah that I love you. And I advise you not to forget supplicating after every prayer by saying, Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. Oh Allah, help me to remember you, to give thanks to you, and to worship you in the best manner." So this is a dua that we should say after every salat, and it will help us in basically increasing our shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also, people who are ungrateful, they're often ungrateful because they're looking at things that they don't have. So to control that, we should not look at people who have more than us in this dunya, but look at those who have less than us. And we should try to develop two qualities that are beloved to Allah, which is we should be patient in times of difficulty and grateful in times of ease. As the Prophet ﷺ said, wondrous is the affair of the believer, for there is good for him in every matter. And this is not the case with anyone except the believer. If he is happy, then he thanks Allah, and there's good for him. And if he is harmed, then he shows patience, and there is good for him. So we should try to develop these two qualities. And we should recognize something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran, هَلْ أَتَى عَلَى الْإِنسَانِ حِينٌ مِّنَ الدَّهْرِ لَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا. Is there not a period of time when each human being is nothing yet worth mentioning? There was a time where we didn't exist, where we were not even in the minds of people, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us out of His mercy. Our existence does not come about because of our own greatness, and everything that we have is because of the mercy of Allah, including our existence. And when we understand this, that even our existence only came about because of the mercy of Allah, we will not feel entitled towards anything. And also some other things to consider is that we should understand that wealth is a test from Allah. So the more wealth we have, the more we'll be accountable for it. So if we're ungrateful because we don't have a lot of wealth, we should recognize that maybe if we get that wealth, we will not use it correctly, and this will be a source of punishment on the Day of Judgment. And finally, the most important principle is the best form of gratitude is to obey Allah and stay away from sin. This is the most important way to show our gratitude. To obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to do good deeds, and to get near to Him, and to stay away from sin. And this will increase, help us deal with the disease of ingratitude. And finally, last but not least, When the things of this dunya come in our mind and are in our heart and this causes us to be ungrateful, remember the akhirah. Remember that this dunya is very brief, and the next life is only the true life in which we will be, the righteous will get the true blessings, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.